Picture this, you've got a dinner date tonight. You open your closet and suddenly nothing feels right. Everything's either too casual or like you're trying way too hard. Does it sound familiar to you? You're not alone. The good news is, dressing well for a dinner date is actually pretty simple. You just need to know what works. In this video, I'll show you exactly what to wear, how to strike the right balance, and the mistakes you should avoid. My name is Omari and I help men over 30 dress well without overcomplicating things. I'll be walking through the key pieces and outfit formulas in this video, and I've tagged the main items and linked them in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we even talk about specific pieces, this is the most important step, and most guys skip it completely, usually because they googled what to wear on a date at 6 p.m. and the reservation is at 7. Where is the restaurant? Is it a nice steakhouse, a trendy Italian place, a rooftop bar with dinner, or a casual neighborhood spot? Because all of these call for something slightly different. A candlelit fine dining restaurant is not the same as a cool casual bistro, and showing up overdressed can feel just as awkward as showing up underdressed, maybe even more so. Nobody wants to be the guy in a blazer at a taco place. So I need you to ask yourself one question. What's the vibe of the place? Then build from there. Everything I'm about to walk you through works on a spectrum. You can dial it up or down depending on the setting. Alright, once you know the setting, here's where to start with the actual outfit. For most dinner dates, whether it's a nice restaurant or somewhere more relaxed, smart casual is the sweet spot. And done right, it's honestly one of the sharpest looks a man over 30 can pull off. So here's the formula. Dark, well-fitted trousers, a clean Oxford shirt or a fine knit sweater on top, loafers or Chelsea boots on the feet. That's it. 3 pieces. I'm not going to overcomplicate this. Dark trousers are key here. Navy, charcoal or dark olive all work really well. They're more elevated than jeans but way more relaxed than suit pants. They hit that middle ground perfectly. When it comes to tops, an Oxford shirt in white, light blue or a subtle stripe is always a strong choice. Leave the top button undone, no tie. That's the right level of relaxed. A fine merino knit in navy, camel or burgundy works just as well, especially in the fall and winter months. Now let's talk shoes. Brown suede loafers are my first recommendation every time. They look mature, they look considered, and they're comfortable enough for a full evening out. Because nothing kills a date faster than you wincing every time you take a step. The beauty of this formula is it works whether you're at a wine bar or a proper restaurant. It reads as effort without looking like you try too hard. And for a date, that balance matters a lot. Now, if the restaurant is a step up from that, there's one easy way to elevate the whole thing. If the place is somewhere a little more special, somewhere with a dress code, or just somewhere that feels like a proper occasion, add a blazer, an unstructured blazer in navy, charcoal or camel. This single piece takes the smart casual formula and elevates it immediately. Same trousers, same shirt, same shoes, but with a blazer on top, the whole thing feels sharper and more intentional. It shows you made a real effort without going full suit, which, unless it's a very fancy place, is probably overkill on a date anyway. The unstructured part is important here. You don't want something stiff and formal that reads as uptight. A soft, relaxed blazer drapes naturally and feels like it belongs. That's exactly the look you're after. And here's a small detail a lot of guys miss. Push your sleeves up slightly once you're sitting down. It loosens the whole thing up, keeps it from feeling too stiff for the setting. It's a small move, but what makes a real difference. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about jeans? Can I just wear jeans? I know, because I ask myself the same thing for years. Let's talk about it. Yes, of course, jeans can work for a dinner date, but only if you do it right. And I say this knowing full well that half of you are going to wear jeans regardless of what I say. So at least let's make sure they're the right ones. Dark wash, straight or slim straight fit, no de-stressing, no heavy fading. These read as intentional and put together. Light wash, ripped or baggy jeans at a dinner date is a hard no. I don't care how comfortable they are. Second, everything else has to be elevated. If you're wearing dark jeans, your shirt needs to be clean and fitted. Your shoes need to be proper leather or suede. Loafers or Chelsea boots, not sneakers. And a blazer helps a lot here too. Done right, dark jeans with a blazer, a clean shirt and great shoes looks genuinely sharp. Done wrong, it just looks like you forgot you had a date. And your date will not forget that you forgot. The rule I give you, if you're second guessing whether the jeans work, just go with trousers. You'll feel more confident and it's one less thing to think about on the night. Okay, so now you've got the outfit sorted. But here's the part most guys completely overlook. And honestly, it's the stuff that matters most up close. On a date, someone is sitting across from you for 2-3 hours. They noticed things, not always consciously, but they do. Trust me on this one. Clean, well-maintained shoes. One of the first things people clock and one of the most overlooked. Scuffed, beaten up shoes undermine an otherwise great outfit immediately. Give them a quick clean before you go. Takes 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. Second, the watch. You don't need anything expensive. Just a simple clean watch on your wrist adds a quiet polish to any outfit. It's one of those details that just works without you having to think about it. And last but not least, grooming. The outfit is only half of it. A clean haircut, well-groomed facial hair, a subtle cologne, 1 or 2 sprays max, not the whole bottle. I say this with love because I know some of you go heavy on the cologne thinking more is better. It's not. At a dinner table across from someone, heavy fragrance is overwhelming. You want them to lean in, not lean back. These are small things, but they're the difference between looking good and looking great. Before we wrap up, a quick honest rundown of what not to do. Avoid anything that feels like a costume. If you're putting on something you'd never normally wear just because it's a date, it's going to feel off and read as off. Dress like a more polished version of yourself, not a different person entirely. She's going to meet the real you eventually anyway. Avoid overly casual pieces, hoodies, athletic wear, graphic tees. Even at a casual restaurant, these send the wrong message. They say you didn't think about it, and on a date, not thinking about it is not the vibe. And avoid the all black outfit unless you really know how to wear it. A lot of guys default to all black thinking it's safe and sophisticated. Sometimes it works, but without the right fit and fabrics, it can easily look flat and a little try-hard, which is the opposite of what you want. So here's the takeaway. Dressing for a dinner date doesn't need to be a whole thing. You're not trying to reinvent yourself in one evening. You're just showing up as the best, most considered version of who you already are. Smart casual formula: dark trousers, a clean shirt or knit, great shoes. Add a blazer if the setting calls for it. Nail the small details. That's genuinely all it takes. And the confidence that comes from knowing you look good, that's worth more than any single piece of clothing. Let me know in the comments what kind of date night setting trips you up most. First date, anniversary dinner, or something more casual. As always, I've tagged the key pieces and linked everything you need in the description down below. Thanks for staying with me until the end. My name is Umari. I wish you, as always, all the best. See you in the next one. Peace.